12 to 14 months left. This is a major warning from a company with 134,000 employees. Donald Trump also just spoke with the president of Mexico. Joe Biden is spending money like a drunken sailor, trying to give everybody favors before he leaves office. We got to talk about what just happened with Rivian, what just happened with Ukraine, and we got to talk about what's going on with his market, because I'll tell you, some things are starting to feel a little toppy, and so people are starting to wonder, what is going on? Well, let's get started with the facts. First things first, initial jobless claims this morning, coast. Pretty much at expectations. Problem though, continuing claims for unemployment, the people who still can't find a job, because now all of a sudden when you go apply for a job, how many more job applicants are there? Twice as many job applicants as there had been before the pandemic. So if before the pandemic there were this many applicants, there are now twice as many applicants for the same freaking job. So it's really hard. And so now continuing claims for unemployment, people who are stuck on unemployment, are now at the highest level that we have seen since the pandemic. And the 90-day moving average is moving up 11.8% this year. And usually when it starts trending up, it doesn't go down until you actually have a recession, flush out all the gunk, like this company with 134,000 people who says they have just 12 to 14 months left. It's literally them. They are literally saying, we're running out of cash. It's really bad. Now, I want to get into the details of this particular company. I want to tell you what Donald Trump just said, and I want to tell you exactly what Biden is doing and what you should be thinking about here for investing. But first, it's Black Friday, so congratulations. We are launching a brand new freaking course. Listen to this, because this is a steal of a deal. For only $299, which is an insanely good price, you get a brand new course on pre-sale. It's called Make Money Under Trump, the Trumponomics course. In this course, you get course member live streams, stock trade alerts, wealth building strategies. You get real estate deal analysis, negotiation tactics, expense management, wealth and hedging, everything to help you get to that next level in 2025 under Donald Trump. Tax strategies, how new laws are going to affect you, how to prepare for potential new laws, how to prepare for tariffs, how to prepare your investments. This is a phenomenal product, and you can check it out over at meetkevin.com. This is the first time I'm mentioning it. It is on pre-sale, and I promise, I guarantee you, it will not stay $299. This is a steal of a deal, given that you're getting a lot. You want more details, go over to meetkevin.com. There's a whole video on it called This Changes Everything. It is going to be the highest value, best course with brand new content ever. Go to meetkevin.com. Okay, so what's going on here? First, we've got this creep up of continuing claims, which is not good, highest level since the pandemic. And we've got inflation coming in soft, which is a way, this morning at least, at expectations, which is kind of a way of us being able to say, hey, Neil Kashkari, thanks, bro. You gave us a heads up yesterday that you had fewer inflation concerns and more concerns about the labor market, which then we got the Fed minutes, which basically told us the same thing. Because what happens when a company with 134,000 people has to shut down? Well, you're going to have a big unemployment nightmare. Serious nightmare. So what is Joe Biden trying to do to prop things up? And what is Donald Trump doing? Is Donald Trump sticking to his tariff mandate? Well, maybe not. First of all, Biden is throwing money at this. Biden is now throwing another $725 million at Ukraine, and this is probably going to be in the form of weapons, including human landmines that have now been approved by the Biden administration. In addition to that, you have $6.6 billion going to Rivian in the form of a loan to build that Georgia factory just 40 miles east of Atlanta that they actually stopped building because they realized they were losing $40,000 per vehicle that they manufacture. And it's just not profitable to build another factory for Rivian because they don't have the freaking cash flow to do it. Except now what are they getting? They're getting a sweetheart loan. Listen to this. This is crazy. $6.6 billion includes the interest payments that they need to make over the term of the loan. They're including $600 million of interest rolled into the term of the loan, so they don't actually have to even make payments on it. They're literally going to get $6 billion, and the interest payments are built into it, which is crazy. Now, at some point, obviously, payments will begin, but right now the company is so cash flow negative, they can work out repayment terms under what's called the Advanced Transportation Financing Initiative, which is actually a 2007 act, which is back. You might remember the Troubled Assets Relief Program all the way back in the recession of 2008. It was actually a Bush program. But Biden has just been milking the crap out of this loan. He gave $9.2 billion to Ford as well to get some of his battery factories going up. I think it was in Kentucky and Tennessee. But look, the automakers are struggling. And I think Biden, at least, or the Biden administration, either they're trying to do big favors or they realize these companies employ a lot of people. And when you start losing or laying off your manufacturing sector because you just can't sell cars right now, I mean, we already saw what was happening with Volkswagen. Volkswagen was complaining about laying off somewhere around 10% of their staff. They're talking about potentially closing, anybody who's left, also potentially having pay cuts of up to 10%. They're talking about potentially closing 3 different factories, restructuring due to economic issues and having trouble selling vehicles. The same thing is happening with this other company we're just about to talk about, but it's also happening with Rivian. It's probably to some extent also happening with Tesla, given that Tesla is now really pushing their new referral code where you get an extra basically $2,000 off certain vehicles like the Cybertruck. I think the S is in there, the X is in there, and I think the Y and the 3 are $1,000. But it's hard to sell right now. And you don't want to lose a lot of employees because you're going to walk right into a recession. So what's this company that has 12 to 14 months left? Yeah, folks, Nissan. Nissan literally is now looking for a new anchor investor, not to be confused with like an anchor tenant for real estate in a strip mall. Literally an anchor investment to, quote, help them survive, per the Financial Times. Renault is selling down their partnership. They used to partner with them. And now Nissan literally says they have 12 to 14 months to survive. That's it. Don't even add to that the Trump tariffs. Now, look, Nissan obviously only employs somewhere around 20% of their workforce in the United States. But it's also the supply chain impact, right? You lose, let's say, Nissan goes BK, you lose all your people that are working in the United States, which is probably somewhere around 25,000, globally 134,000. You're also crushing the supply chains around that, which is not good. That hurts hard. And I'm telling you, this place is a zombie. I mean, you look at the cash they have on hand, their cash on hand fell by almost half in a span of 6 months, down to $1.3 billion. Yeah, they have a lot of sales finance receivables, but you know what those are, right? They're basically toxic auto loans. Okay, they're not all toxic, but when a local dealer is like, hey, I just closed the deal with financing, Nissan corporate is basically like, yeah, we'll buy it because we want you to focus on selling cars. We'll deal with the debt. Cool, now Nissan's like, hey, everyone, I got $9 billion in debt and I got $1.3 billion in cash. Oh crap, I need more money to just sustain my operations. Well, good thing I have these $7.3 billion in toxic loans on cars that are now worth a whole lot less than they used to be worth. Does anybody want them? Okay, we're running out of money. We might go bankrupt. It's not good. This is really bad. I mean, you can look at these numbers yourself. I just gave you the bottom line on it, but it's not good. Their cash flow is not going to sustain them. This is why they're talking about we've got literally 12 to 14 months left. And I want you to see it yourself, okay? Just type in Financial Times Nissan into Google. And what do you see? Nissan seeks anchor investor to help it through make or break 12 months. When you go through some of the quotes in this article, I'll bottom line it because I respect your time. They say we have 12 to 14 months to survive. All options are being considered. We are seeing declining sales in the United States and China. Quote, this is going to be tough, and in the end, we need Japan and the United States to be generating cash for us. Otherwise, we go BK. Nissan has a 34% stake in Mitsubishi, which is also now going through a 24% emergency cut. This is all coming at the same time as you had GM sell-offs like 7% yesterday, and not everybody here likes GM, but it's a pretty all-American brand. Why? Because Trump was promising 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and GM's got a ton of plants in Canada and Mexico because the very plan that Trump came up with, the United States-Mexico-Canada alliance, the trade alliance. encouraged exactly that. And so now these companies are basically getting beat up for that. And Donald Trump is using this as leverage to get what he wants at the border or with the fentanyl crisis. So today, I mean, props to him because he knows how to get a negotiation going. Notice, as soon as he starts threatening 25% tariffs, what happens? Shiba of Mexico gets on the phone with Donnie T. And we can only imagine what Donnie T said. But let's put it this way. Now you got Shiba going, hey, okay. We are going to stop border crossings. No indication on tariffs. She didn't say if Trump lets go of the tariffs. She just said, we're going to make it happen. We're going to stop the border crossings. I mean, to me, I'm just going to try to read between the lines here. And I think this conversation went a whole lot like this. Shiba, no more crossings. 25% day one otherwise. No more crossings. No fentanyl. No tunnels. Yes, Mr. Trump. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Find it very interesting. At the same time, we got the Federal Reserve rate cut odds now at a 2/3 chance at 16:23 California time on, today is the 27th. And well, you are 3 basis points uninverted. So you are barely uninverted here on the yield curve, which is a little bit of a red flag that we are still very close to the early innings of the crisis that everything is going through here. So not only do you have Nissan panicking, Volkswagen panicking, Honda thinks they might end up partnering with Nissan, but Biden's giving away money like crazy just to try to prop up the rest of his legacy long enough to get out of office before things really hit the poopy doopies. Now, real personal spending actually went up in some of the data this morning, but listen, all people are doing is saving the rest of their buffer. They're going to get freaking screwed if they don't save money going into this disaster. This is exactly why, and I just want to speak to you directly. I made this pre-sale only $299 because honestly, I think every single person watching this video should buy this course. I'm undercutting myself right here. I think there's a lot of value in these other courses right here, and these go extremely deep. But I think this is like an emergency course that you should watch because if you could learn one thing that saves you even just a fraction of a percent on taxes, you're going to way more than pay for this course. $299 is a drop in the bucket. Go to meetkevin.com. I will be raising the price substantially by the time this course comes out. It will be coming out December 17th, so you'll still have a couple weeks there to make some moves. There's not a lot you need to really do in 2024. There's a little bit. We're going to talk about that when the course comes out on December 17th. But I really, listen, I'm a licensed financial advisor. This course is really not designed to be personalized financial advice for you or legal or tax advice, but basically a summary of like, look, I've had a lot of clients in the financial advisory space, and I see the same freaking patterns over and over again. I'm putting all of the answers into this course. That's why I'm calling it Trumponomics. The money secrets to skyrocket your wealth in 2025 under Trump, and it comes with all changes. So whatever happens with the laws, you will get an update from me in the Trumponomics course. So go check that out. Go to meetkevin.com and you can pre-order it now. The price will be going up before it comes out. So you don't want to miss this, in my opinion. This is a fantastic steal of a deal. My team told me I was way underpricing this. Like this is a $1,000 course with the value that you're going to get out of this. My take, my opinion. Anyway, I hope it works for you. I personally think it will substantially work for you and you're going to love it. Best place to start if you've never been a course member. If you're an existing course member, you're going to want it as well. And it is a great price. Everybody's getting the same offer, $299. Now, what else did we have? Well, something else that we really have to pay attention to is what's going on in Bitcoin and gold. These are proxies of inflation concerns and risk. So what are we seeing? Well, what we're seeing in gold is that inflation concerns are coming down. We're off of that 27 to 2,800 level. What are we seeing in Bitcoin? We're getting stuck. We're stagnating just above that 95,000 level. I talked about that a little bit this morning. I also about this morning said if we go bearish, we're going to probably go to 505 this morning on QQQ. Look at what happened. We literally went to 505 on QQQ. I write down those predictions so you get those. When I have trade alerts, those trade alerts starting December 17th are also, when they're Trump related, which is going to be pretty much everything under Trump, they're going to be going through both the Stocks and Psych course and that Trump course, that Trumponomics course. So again, it's a smoking hot deal. If you haven't gotten in yet, get the perspective that's there. What else do we have? So then we've got, obviously, markets are closed tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I will be posting a lot of content. I may even be live to hang out with you for Thanksgiving. And then we have a half day on Friday. As far as catalysts, which I want you to pay attention to, the most important catalyst going forward, the absolutely most important thing going forward, jobs, baby, jobs. Write these dates down because they are probably the most important dates you can put on your calendar right now. Next biggest catalyst for the future direction of this market, jobs report. What are the dates for this, Kevin? Next one, December 6th. December 6th is going to get you the November jobs report. We specifically want to see, are revisions going to come down for the 14,000 jobs that we had? Or are we going to get revised up? And maybe that 14,000 was too low, and maybe we'll end up getting a revision up, which would be nice and welcomed because it would mean, hey, you know, maybe things aren't actually that bad, and we could get to, say, 50K or 70K or some positive revision. That would be very good. That would be bad for bonds, but it would be really good for the stock market. If you get a revision and it pushes us negative, very, very, very bad. And the trend right now on labor is not that great. The Fed is ready to cut bigly if we get weakness in jobs. And so mark your calendar for December 6th. Also mark your calendar for January 10th, which is when we'll get the January or December data. And then we won't actually get the January data until February 7th. That's when I really think we're going to get the big layoffs. But we'll see. Buckle up, my friends. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'm going to be here for you no matter what, adding perspective and giving you whatever advice I can on the channel, in the course member live streams when we do fundamental analysis. You get all the course member live streams in the Trumponomics course. You also get real estate analysis. So let's say you're a stocks member today and you also want real estate analysis. You're thinking about buying your first home. We're expanding what we're doing for the live streams. We're expanding the analysis sections that we're doing. It's going to be really, really fun. You're going to learn a lot. So really look forward to helping you out. And have faith. Go to meetkevin.com. and know that nobody's going to provide more value than me. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Good luck.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.